Hi friends, I'm Tylee with Baratza support, and in this video I'll show you how to clean your Forte AP to keep everything running smoothly and your coffee tasting great. In this video I'll show you how to remove the hopper and the upper burr to give everything a thorough clean. Then I will show you how to use grinder cleaning tablets for an extra thorough clean. You will need your grinder, a soft cloth, warm soapy water, the burr removal tool that came with your grinder, a non-metal brush, like a toothbrush or a paintbrush, and optionally, a small screwdriver, pliers, and grinder cleaning tablets. First, make sure your grinder is totally empty. If you have a hopper full of beans, rotate the shutoff knob to the closed position to keep those safely in the hopper. For the remaining beans in the grinder, grind those through or dump them out after removing the hopper. Either way, make sure there are none left in your Forte AP. Next, unplug your grinder from the wall, safety first. To remove the hopper, rotate it counterclockwise, then lift up. Empty the beans out into another container with the shutoff knob. Pull the portafilter holder straight out if it is installed. With the hopper empty, wash that and the grounds bin with warm soapy water. Do not put these or any other parts in the dishwasher. Either let them air dry or thoroughly dry with a paper towel or soft cloth. If you would rather not clean with water, we recommend at least wiping these parts off with a soft cloth in order to get off as much coffee oil and old grounds as possible. The portafilter holder can be wiped with a damp cloth, but we don't recommend submerging this in water. This is to remove any coffee oil on the surface, which coffee can stick to or leave an unpleasant flavor. Now, let's remove the upper burr so we can give both burrs a clean. Place the burr removal tool on the upper burr. Rotate it clockwise towards the unlock symbol to unscrew the burr holder from the grinder. If it's too tight to remove, I recommend using vice grips or pliers to get more leverage. Thoroughly brush off the burr and the holder. Pay special attention to the threading on the burr holder itself. If you need something stiffer to remove all of the coffee, something plastic or wooden, like a toothpick, can be used. Avoid using something metal so the burr and holder are not damaged. Do not use water or any other liquid to clean these parts. I will show you at the end a good way to get a deeper clean with grinder cleaning tablets if the brush is not enough. With the top burr cleaned out, let's focus on the lower burr inside the grinder. Brush the burr and the surrounding grind chamber off thoroughly. Make sure to pay close attention to the threading on the grind chamber so the upper burr goes back in smoothly. If you flip the grinder upside down to get coffee out, you must keep pressure on that lower burr. Sensitive parts are kept in place with the lower burr, and you will be unable to grind if they are knocked out of place. If this happens, please contact customer support at baratza.com for assistance. One other spot in the grind chamber is very important, the discharge chute, where ground coffee exits the grinder. Do not remove the lower burr carrier as we have for demonstration. Coffee grounds and oils can build up here, especially if you are using dark roasted coffee. If there's a lot of coffee buildup, it may be hard to see, but that also means it's very important to be thorough in this cleaning to avoid issues in the future. If the coffee has nowhere to exit, it will damage the grinder. Use a small, stiff object, like a toothpick or a small screwdriver, to push any ground coffee out of this area. If you're having difficulty reaching the chute area, you can remove just the lower burr by unscrewing the 3 screws from the holder. Again, do not remove the entire lower burr carrier. You can get a deeper clean by brushing out from the bottom of the discharge chute as well. Your clean chute should look like this when you're finished. Be thorough. If you found that there was a lot of coffee sticking in this area, it can lead to clogging if left in place. Now that the basic cleaning is complete, let's reassemble. Then I will talk about grinder cleaning tablets for those who want a spotless grinder. First, screw in the lower burr if it was removed. Next, let's screw the top burr back on. Before using the tool, set the burr in place. We want to avoid cross-threading the burr, so rotate it clockwise until you hear the click of it settling into the threading. Then rotate counterclockwise to screw on. Tighten the last bit with your burr removal tool. It just needs to be finger tight, as it will tighten itself automatically as you grind coffee. Now the hopper. This line on the hopper fits into this groove on the grinder. Twist counterclockwise so that the shutoff knob is pointing towards the rear of the grinder. You should hear a soft click as it activates a safety switch. Place the portafilter holder or the grounds bin onto the scale platform. Make sure the grounds bin is balanced on the platform as we have here. And don't forget to set the shutoff knob to open before grinding. Now just plug the grinder back in and reassembly is complete. Your cleaning can be finished here, but if you would like a completely clean grinder, we recommend using grinder cleaning tablets like these. These tablets are designed to be ground in a coffee grinder without imparting any lasting flavor and will not damage your grinder if used properly. We cannot say the same for grinding rice for a cleaning, which we do not recommend. We recommend following the directions on the tablets you purchased, but here are the general steps. Adjust the grind setting to around 5M, in the middle of the range. Grind the specified amount of tablets just as you would with coffee. Discard the powder after grinding. Then, grind the small amount of coffee through and discard. This is to make sure that no cleaning powder is left in the grinder afterwards. We always recommend completing the basic cleaning with a brush before using the grinder cleaning tablets. Not only will you end up with a much cleaner grinder at the end, but it also allows you to see if there is coffee building up around the ground chute. If coffee is starting to build up from coffee oils, the grinder cleaning tablets alone will not clear it out. Now your Forte AP is spotless. Cleaning frequency is dependent on the coffee you are using, but we recommend checking in at least monthly. If you're using particularly dark coffee, or if you have ever used flavor coffee, cleaning every other week may be necessary since those types of coffees are very oily compared to light roasts. For troubleshooting tips, or if you have any questions, please reach out to Baratza support through baratza.com. Thanks for watching. Happy grinding. Baratza. We grind, you brew.